switch live because I'm gonna try to make a phone call someday. If people think this is weird when I do these lives, sometimes someday you might understand. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
oh, okay. See, I switched my live, but I didn't know. So I'm on live, but I didn't know. I was just
Oh,
trying to
okay.
show you for the record. Yeah. So this is the first number I tried, and
My number.
no, I'm saying I didn't look. I was gonna look and see if there was any numbers under Killy, but anyways, yeah, this is your number then.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You know, just want to definitely like. I've been trying to reach you. I've been trying to call you for the past. I know, despite all the bullshit, I just wanted to reach you because it wants you to voicemail. And Ashley's in the hospital. Like literally, she's been in Buffalo General for a minute.
For what though? No, but I mean, is
She
she?
felt
When's the
liver.
last time she? Cause she told the last time I talked to her, I know she said something about with her stomach is messed up, but she wasn't like in the hospital or anything like that. Like she had.
Yeah, yeah. I seen her in front. She was sitting in front of the store on South Park. I ran into her, and then I got contact with her, and she's like, "Well, to the hospital." And it's done. Her liver is bothering her. Remember, she always had that liver problem. And then yeah, she literally like is in the hospital. So like we can at any time we can check up on her on a serious note and see how she's doing. You know, I want to let you know that. You know what I'm saying? She's been in there for a minute.
No, I'm sure. I mean, that just sounds like you're lying. Like she's not staying in the hospital.
She's been in there. No, I'm not.
Is she?
I'm
Is
not.
she staying? How long is she staying in the hospital for?
Well, last time I spoke to her was about what maybe 3 weeks ago, and like she's been in there. She said she was in there for about a couple of days because she's having problems with her liver for sure.
Yeah, because she's doing all this shit, running. I mean, it's just she
Right.
tells me these crazy stories, and like she gets in these fights, and I don't even know what the hell's going on. I know she showed me. It was I was on the live, and like she was showing me like bruises on her legs. I don't know what the hell happened. All I know is it doesn't even sound like she's too sure about what happens, but she gets into these instances when she's drunk or whatever, or it's just like
Yeah, like that.
she's too
Yeah.
old to be doing. I understand she didn't have much of a upbringing, and I get that, but it's like I don't know, like it's just people showing up with their fucking problems or not showing up, or just like making a mockery of their own life. It's like I don't know what they want me. You want me to do with, or her want me to do with that.
Yeah, it's
All
crazy,
that's
but
why I said like I would help her with her kids. It's just I don't know what all I can do is try to be supportive and that's it, but I'm not putting her out on the street, you know what I mean? Nobody's making her I don't know why she's got these problems still if she left
and
a
Duke been beating her.
the one that's the new
The new
guy?
one. Yeah,
Oh, great.
yeah.
Well, that's because he said something about doing crack and I told him don't do that. I'm like, "Why would you do that? You don't need to do that." And uh wow.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's gotten worse.
You can't make this shit
For
up.
sure. Nah, nah, it just got worse for her. And then I thought Sean was worse, but that's even worse.
Oh, great.
Anyway, happy belated Christmas and everything. I just wanted to just on a good note. I ain't calling them depressing news.
Right.
Just want, you know what I'm saying? That shit is downing. We don't need that shit, you know. And yeah, I just wanted to like wish you Merry Christmas and everything. And,
Yeah, I mean, it was still alright with the kids. I mean, for me, all these fucking fake ass holidays and everything. It's I'm always gonna make good food and whatnot, and it's like whatever. We had good food. I still got whatever. I don't need all kinds of presents. Um, I didn't want anything from my mother trying to give clothes. I give them clothes away to. It's like I don't need some giant like outfit that I would be swimming in that I don't want and that I can there's people that could actually fit it and that will wear it and like it and appreciate it. I gave them the opportunity to get some baby first toys you can order online. They order all kinds of shit from Amazon. What's the fucking difference? But no, they couldn't do that. So that's fine. That's the whole point. I don't ask them for anything and everything, but I gave them one last opportunity to try to do something, anything right. Like I don't ask them for shit. They never really been around the baby or anything, and they're not going to be. But the point is, I gave them the opportunity to get the fucking toys that she wanted, and they didn't. And I don't really know. It's just the fact that you can know people your whole life and they still won't listen to you and they still like it just gets beyond annoying, and that's kind of the situation. Ashley was like born into that the family with, and it's just a bunch of idiots because they're very selfish and they don't care about society at all, and that's
that's
what
a
it is.
fact.
Like
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that's a fact.
they just want to
Can't
like
believe it.
party and bullshit, and you have to learn. Yes, your family can teach you certain things that's shitty or not teach you shit, and you have to learn everything yourself, but the fact of the matter is you still have to live and learn and realize what's right and what's wrong. And it's I don't know, it's
Real shit though. Yeah, that shit's getting more crops too.
from
But
my understanding of Ashley's situation was that sounds like everything became a little too overwhelming for her dude and he ran away and smoked crack and then he came back and beat her. Maybe I didn't know he put his
yeah,
hands on her, but I mean, yeah, apparently that's
yeah, Sean did. You know what I mean? So yeah, this one, she just don't have a good way of choosing men in her life. I guess she's not been doing good. When I seen her, she was just sitting in front of the store. It was so parked, and I'm like, what the fuck is you doing? And like, trying to get there, I'm like, here's 250. Like, damn, you can't get a beer. And dude was just smoking. And it was like panhandling. The dude was panhandling his, so
yeah,
it's
that's
like,
not good.
no.
She's turning him into garbage. I think that's what the problem is. She wants him to be like that fucking garbage guy she was with. And he's like now he doesn't like himself and shit. He needs to just if he wants to be in her life, then he should just try to get her to not be like him. But he can't make her not be garbage. If she wants to be garbage and patrol the streets, then but at the same time, I'm not trying to put that like say that about her. Her father, you know, I don't know. It's not his fault, but it is like I don't know. It's she's too old, but then at the same time, like you have to look at everybody's actions. Like I'm
Right.
40 years old and like I have to do everything myself and I always have, but it's like my parents tried to get in the way and like make it look like they did anything, but you know they're fucking racist as hell and crazy and they do all this stupid manipulative shit. But it's just insane, all to cover up that they're lazy as hell.
Yeah.
It doesn't
No,
make sense. It's like it's like, would you rather try or you're gonna be evil just because you don't want to try? But being evil is gonna not gonna get you anywhere because you're gonna have to try so hard to try to get yourself out of the hole you dug yourself, and then you're dead. And it's like, uh,
exactly. Exactly. So with that shit, and that shit get worse by the year. Definitely by the day too. Damn, can you believe they shut down that market next to Library?
wait, what?
They shut down grocery store.
Oh yeah, Bray Millers. Yeah, because they're racist or whatever. I don't want to. They're just they're. It's not even that. They're just too like. They are too white in and they don't really know what the hell they're doing, and they wanted to like make it look like they did know what they was doing, and I don't know.
Exactly.
They could have took my criticism and took it serious, but I think that what happened is they didn't, and that didn't help them. No, I mean, like, I got kicked out of there because they had an attitude with me, and it was so stupid. And the fact of the matter was, I was telling them the truth. They was unorganized and that they should get their shit right. So when I came back another day after that, and that somebody had an attitude, because I all I said was they looked like they was doing better, and then they had an attitude, and then the manager was mad because they had to work, because they actually had to do work. They had to manage.
Right.
And so they was like, the manager's like, you can't be here. But I bet you if the boss would have seen me, and the boss probably would have been like, oh, no, she shops here all the time. But I just didn't care. I didn't try to fight for it because I'm like, it's just stupid. But the whole point is that I was right. And I think that when I said something, it helped and they were doing a little bit better. But because I wasn't there to, or like, I wasn't there to give them that positive vibe too, like, oh, you guys are great and blah blah blah. It's just so funny. They didn't last long at all.
No, they didn't.
See, I remember the Bray Millers out in like the country area, like towards Boston or like past Hamburg, Boston or whatever. Um yeah, it was like, they had a little ice cream joint, and it was quieter because it's a different vibe. But like, they never wanted to give anybody ice cream at the one over here. And like, that was a whole big deal. The thing about Bray Millers in the country is, yeah, it didn't matter, you could come get some fucking ice cream anytime, you know
Oh,
yeah, they
oh
fucked
yeah.
that up. They totally fucked that up. So that's why it didn't work. They It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's just like wow. That's hell. I was about to say about that shit, but yeah, how you been though?
I'm fine. I just, like I said, I'm in this world on my own, you know.
What's going on with James?
No, just like anybody who drinks too much, it's or whatever. No, I don't know. I don't know. That's the point. I just know he went, it's well, yeah, he always had his blood pressures or whatever. Anyway, I just know I don't really know all his business. It's just he's fine, but it's just obviously he's not doing what Ashley's doing, but alcohol can still be a problem. and it definitely does its wear and tear on his body. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and act like it doesn't, but Ashley's definitely living a fucking wild ass life, and she makes me think of like a hoe in the '80s
Right.
because of drugs and shit and that lifestyle. I mean, I'm not being an asshole. I sound like an asshole, but her lifestyle is very fucking reckless, and she knows that, and she's allowing and enabling abuse in her body by the things that she does, what she puts in her body, whether it's alcohol or whatever. But I don't think it's alcohol. Obviously, if her dude is doing crack, then she is, because she admitted she did it. Anyways, I'm not here to bash her. My point is, like, there's it's not something to be proud of. You know what I'm talking about. I mean, you've been to jail too. I've been to jail. You know
Right.
how like crackheads be in jail. They, I mean, I don't know about the men, but some of the women back in they would be proud and happy to be like talk about that. You know, like they love that shit.
Exactly. That shit is crazy.
So I'm just, that's why I don't know where that all fits in with. I'm not saying that I don't think she would be proud. Nobody's proud. I just want her to get her shit together, and I know she can. And I know that she will be, the feeling of happiness and not feeling like shit will be way more overwhelming for, and she'll be happy to have that than, like, oh, she can get over that and avoid all of that, needing drugs and all that, but it's not going to happen overnight. But she can get there, but she has to want that and just not have to leave that party lifestyle alone. It's not like she can't ever have a beer again or smoke some weed, but like, dude, she's got it. It's not. I don't know how all that works these days with people in rehab and shit, but it's just stupid. Weed is legal, and as long as you're responsible, you can have a drink. Maybe it's like, I don't know. It's just crazy. Fucking shit is insane.
It's totally up in her. Shit, like,
Even the idea of cigarettes, like, I know I smoke weed and the cigars aren't perfect, you know, but it's definitely a lot better than if I was smoking cigarettes. I'm just being real with you.
yeah, I quit smoking those.
You quit smoking cigarettes?
Yeah,
Oh.
completely.
Well, like, I mean, I'm not telling people they should smoke weed, but it's just that if you're trying to quit cigarettes, it is good to find a healthier source. And I say healthier, not worse. uh for me,
Exactly.
when I quit the cigarettes in 20, it was January 2017, and I smoked a little bit more weed at the time, and I drank more coffee, and I ate like chewy candies and fruity candies and shit like that. But I had to cool it back down with the candies. I was like not trying to get like just go crazy and can't. It wasn't like that, anyways. But you know what I mean. It's,
What kind of candy?
whatever you like fruity or like. I mean, even chocolate. Chocolate is good for stress and like high blood pressure, but there's all kinds of stuff that, because they have everything is like messed up with the world. We When we eat, we're supposed to not only feel better and get the nutrients, and like you're supposed to feel a lot better as far like um you can put ginger in your food, and that's good for your metabolism. There's a bunch of different things, but and
Right.
your blood
Some
pressure and,
abstinence. Zinc.
but yeah, the some of those things, I mean, it can help to like put nutrients in your body besides just eating vegetables. I'm saying, like, you know like garlic is good for you and shit too. Ugh.
Right.
I don't get it, you know what I mean? I'm 40. I like to feel healthy. I want to do more, and no, excuse me. It's I just don't know what happened to everybody except that they just didn't have a plan, or they just kind of didn't get to do anything, and then it was just like everybody was like blending in, and but I don't know, like there's so much, like there's so many places I think that Ash could even get a job at, and it just doesn't even. She never really had a chance, and I've been trying to give her that chance. So, but I didn't even have much of a chance, and I didn't have much of a chance until I like decided to just say bye bye to the Fantastic Four. It's just funny. No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get sued by. Anyways, the actual movie, the Fantastic Four, is supposed to be actual heroes, but I'm being ironic because my parents and sister and her stupid husband are not heroes at all. They are just so if somebody wants to make a movie about them and then have fun with that, but it would be like a boring movie and just be them sitting looking evil and stupid and I don't know.
Starring Megan.
The whole point is that I don't know why they want to be that way. Every movie and everything out there in the world shows like the villains is not winning, but they want to keep doing that. Then it's fucking stupid,
She didn't see Nightmare Christmas.
huh?
You didn't see any of them on Christmas. How you feeling?
Oh, I don't see them. That's what I'm saying. I'm done. I don't want them in my life. It's a wrap. They'll be getting order of protection soon enough. Ugh, I don't know. It's just I want them to know like that it's never. It's just like they're so stupid. Like I can do all of this. I'm literally on live right now. I can do all of this, and they still will try to like. I don't know. It's just they want things to be their way, but it's not, and it never was, and they just don't really know how much they really miss out on a whole other world.
That's right.
Yeah.
They always want to be bigger, or whatever. It's,
Well, the whole point is like I thought they would have gave a shit about the baby at least, but they really didn't, and I made that clear, and I proved that, and I made it clear. My point is like that. I don't want them around. Like if they don't care, when people have a like, it's just most people if they can't help somebody and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." But when people look you in the eye and they're like all evil looking and they're like, "I'm sorry," like you see that in the world, but you're not supposed to have that with your family, not all the time, especially like. And yeah, that's like get the fuck out of here then.
exactly.
But yeah, I had to explain how many people I've had to explain that to protect my peace. But yeah, it's not a good look, is it, to have to go to people with your problems and all this shit. It's not fun. It's also not fun to live in a world full of problems and there's no escape. And but you can't just create people like my cousin into this world and then they have nobody and nothing and they don't know what to do to navigate. Like, that's the problem, is the world allows this to go on. I got a little bit extra from growing up in Hamburg, but I've been away from there for so long, but I wouldn't have gotten this far. I don't know. I can't say that it's, you do have to want things and you have to know yourself. I knew that like over 20 years ago I realized that, oh, okay, I can write lyrics and I can make music. Okay, well, now I'm going to focus on all my making my beats and all that as well. And that's how that started. And I told Malachi that, I said, yeah, now it's your time too to, I can, I was explaining like that it's cool that I can see that in him, that it's like cool that I can help him to get into that, and it's cool to share that with him and tell him, like, 'cause I was in college and I was in the program in the summer and we was all writing lyrics and freestyling, I mean, like, these is my friends that like I got to know, and like we had a blast that summer and stuff, and like it was just really cool to like really to learn and realize, like, yeah, this is my skill. And I mean, you've gone through that certain things in your life, but you know what I mean, it's just really cool to, but that's what it's nice that I could explain that to Malachi, that like I could see that in, from when I seen that in myself and I see that in him, and that I'm like, yeah, because I could see his talent. So I'm basically like how I seen that in myself back then. It's cool. It's like, okay. He said, I don't want to give out all his lyrics or anything. What did he say? Oh God. Um, oh God. See, he has to get over his old being shy and shit on camera and all that shit too. He will. He just, I think he was trying to get over the whole, like, he likes his privacy. Like, he's paranoid about cameras watching and shit.
Really?
Um, like he would put tissue over his phone camera and stuff.
Only okay.
Well, yeah, I was told, okay, so this is something that was said all the time by Q when he was still here in my house. But he was saying when he was spend, he has not been in my house since that stupid racist paperwork that's lies was uh put in. Anyways, so Q would say this to Malachi, he'd say, "That's your boy." And then sometimes he would just look at me when Malachi would be saying or doing certain things, and he'd just give me that look, and I knew that's what he was thinking. Like, that's your boy. He would just give me that look. Like, I already knew that's what he was thinking.
Okay. Cute.
Well, no, I'm not talking about the baby. I'm talking about the one man that was really like, oh my god, he's just, it's so good, like with Malachi. Like, Malachi is Malachi, and we know Malachi very well. But
Right.
but he's just so good with him and getting him to act right, and it sucks now. Malachi is good. I just feel like if he had never been in his life, Malachi would be. I mean, he helps a lot. He helped. Malachi would not have been as much. Not even just him, but um Q's brother Jason was helpful as well. Like, they made a man out of him, and I'm forever grateful for that.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. But it's I have to remind I have to remind Malachi sometimes, like, and I also tell him, oh, I can't wait, like, because it's just he's really good with him, and it would just be nice, you know.
Where did he go? Like, where's he at?
My parents made that fake paperwork. Made it look like they're squatting in my basement, which makes no fucking sense. They had furniture in my house because when their mother had passed, I kept the furniture in my house. But you already know, my parents just like to be little ugly Republicans.
Oh yeah.
That's why I explained that shit to you about it. You know, that's what I'm saying. History repeats it. They done the same thing, similar things. They didn't do the same shit to James because they did some things, but he basically did some of the fucked up things with them back in the day, and he knows that. But he knows that they scare the shit out of him. I know that he's not trying to live that life. He does whatever he wants to do. I'm not saying he's not a sleazeball at all. I'm saying that he's not some crazy, insane, evil person. That's what I'm saying. I think that a lot of men have issues with infidelity and all that kind of shit. I do believe that. Um, and that doesn't make them evil necessarily, but there can be issues because as women, we want to be treated well, obviously, and you can leave a man and stuff when you're done with, you know what I mean, if you don't want to be treated a certain way, but you want your daughters to be raised right. I think that he cares and stuff, but I set a good example by not being with him. Anyways, you know, anyway, uh, I think that um, whatever we do, we set an example, and I know I sometimes I gotta be mean as hell and to anybody and everybody, but if I don't, then I'm like not respecting myself sometimes. So that's why it is the way it is. Like I have to state the facts or the obvious sometimes. And like I said about protecting my peace, sometimes it can save a whole lot of think about just unnecessary bullshit sometimes, but if you spoke on something then somebody wouldn't bother you with something later. It's, you know what I mean? And especially like because I'll just say this, when it comes to women, when men cheat and then it makes women feel like paranoid, so then any woman that's around their man, they're gonna think like, oh, are they cheating with them and shit. So it's, I just know how that, I don't know, that's not like a fun feeling to go through with.
They just like a shield, basically. I mean, you have to be this world is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty, definitely pretty classy.
Oh yeah, Cropsy says it all right there because that fucking movie, the movie Cropsy says it all. Like the fact that that ever happened, that shows you like the Revenge of the Nerds shit. Like a bunch of fucking ignorant ass, like fucking fucking idiots, basically. Like they just, how does that happen? You know, like I was watching the Quantum Leap episode, and the kid had Down syndrome, and it was just like almost like his nerves were bad because everybody's expecting him to fail, so he's like dropping stuff all the time and shit.
What?
Well, because you know, Quantum Leap, it's like the guy is a regular, like, you know, he goes into different people's lives and fixes the problems and shit, and leaps through time, and I don't know. I watched that when I was younger too, a couple times here and there and stuff. I thought it was interesting, but it's just that it's funny because like all these years later and the way things are, it's fucking insane. It's hilarious. Everything is just a mess. It's a fucking giant mess.
It's like a cartoon or
Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird.
yeah, I just been watching someone make girls fucking Ghost Almighty
Oh yeah.
classics like the movies are like antiques right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Uh, I mean, it really is crazy. I remember how all that started.
Right? Still got all the movies still
It's
playing
just
around.
it's crazy out there. I can literally talk about one instance in my life, and but there's so many different instances, but you look at all the different things and the factors, like the butterfly effect of everything, and it's just funny to think about. It's funny how some people's obsessions about things that are so insignificant.
Like what?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what. Yeah, insignificant is is a lot of people's lives right now because they don't have God, and that's what they feel all the time.
Like for
But then people
instance,
like ourselves are just trying to get further in life, and then we get that pushback shit, the push when we're supposed to just get, okay, here you go, or do this, and this is that what, okay, I can't help you here, but do this instead. Or maybe these people can help you. Not, you're not supposed to just get no, 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 I can't do anything, I can't help, and oh sorry. Those people are fading out. They're gonna all lose their fucking jobs. I promise you. They don't get much of a chance to be corrected because somebody somewhere showed them that they're supposed to do this evil shit and that they're gonna get paid more or they're gonna advance, but that's the wrong way. And that was maybe it was never really the way. It was just it was all being monitored. It's like a freaking a hidden camera game show, like candid. Who? What is that? Like camera, candid camera. Ca- you're on candid camera, and I think they point or something.
yeah,
I don't know. This is shit from like we was kids. So I don't know, but I just know that they're they've been watching all of this shit.
I am serious anxiety no more. Yes. So like for real, how much have been on Anchor lately?
Like I said, people are just trying. Their people are gluttonous. Think about it. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to have shit to be gluttonous. If that's all you care about is pleasure, and you have to go through so much crap to get pleasure, but it's not even pleasureful. That's why I don't stress when I'm um like getting a high. What is getting a high? Are you getting a high naturally from like a normal healthy high of being righteous? Like that is an option. I'm just saying cuz like that gluttonous shit. There's a difference in surviving or trying to just get somewhere. But because people are so gluttonous, the one day I was trying to go get I actually had like two or three already, but I wasn't trying to waste any time. I was trying to get another copy of my daughter's birth certificate. And the lady, she was supposed to take it off the card, but she didn't. I didn't want to use my card. I didn't feel like going back to the stupid bank. So I asked a couple people if they had $5 because, like, I had five. I needed to get the birth certificate. I showed these motherfuckers the damn check. These county workers, they they don't carry money on them because of the bums, so that they can look them dead in the face and say, "Oh, I don't carry cash." I I don't care about any of that. My point is, it doesn't matter about anybody's jobs if people wasn't always looking depressed, trying to guilt trip people and all of that, and in such need, then it's just then people can help people with little things easier, because everybody's like, I help people too sometimes. Don't get it twisted. It's just, I'm not stupid. I'm not just gonna, it's just like, I can't be an enabler. I don't have to toot my own horn. I'm not gonna sit here and talk about all the times I helped people and gave them money or any, like, no. I'm not Mr. Beast. I don't have fucking fake white people money and shit. Uh, I'm just saying I don't know anything about. I heard about that guy for however many years. I've seen him once or twice, but the point is, who's giving him money? It's it's all like, you have to really think about this shit with the celebrities and stuff. People are paid to do things that you wouldn't think they are paid to do. People are paid to say and do the wrong things sometimes, but there's also people that are paid to say and do things that might be lies, but for the right reason. I'm just speaking on because people are very confused. So if they find God, then they find the answers.
basically. And if you're lost, that means you're gonna be lost.
There's
That's what it is.
I watched there's a documentary. Do you remember that? You watched it with me. I still have it somewhere. It's where it's I don't know if it's called White and Black, but it's like, or Black and White or whatever. Remember where the two families switched places and they made the black folks look white and the white folks look black.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have that somewhere. But do you know that Ice Cube produced that?
Oh, he did.
Yeah, like he's got a song in it too, remember? Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. I'm just thinking like we watched always we always watch good, real good movies. You know what I mean?
oh yeah,
Not
documentaries and stuff. Okay. Like the butler is like what you was like talking about it back then about the butler and stuff, but I understand what you're saying, and there is a distinct difference, or there has been, and with white and black people, and like it's not okay. White people shouldn't just have more or have more advantages, and yes, all families, we are supposed to help each other. That's what families are, and communities we supposed to help, but people can't help each other when they're struggling, and that's what I mean. It's that targeting. We know the truth that the black community is targeted. There is lots and zillions of hours of footage of racism, and they don't really want that. They don't want that to become a huge civil rights issue than it already has been in the past, because it's not going to be what they want, which is all of this flabbergasted drama and fucking just bunch of bullshit. They're going to have to, like, they can't run away from it. And it's not, it's like you're not going to let your child just spaz out and keep hitting your other child or something. Like, you're going to have to stop that, right? Like, so yeah, it's just the mental abuse, the fuckery or whatever. It's like, it's just the mind fucking. It, like, it has to end, and it's gonna end because their mentalities are not. They're not gonna be able to take what we give them back. I've already dumbed it down enough, you know. It's, but I'm not going to, and they're gonna be just so lost in the sauce, basically. They already are, because that's all they're trying to. All they can do is just annoy people. But the fact of the matter is, all of that. Oh, we're gonna scare you into doing things, and no, you're gonna scare yourself into an early grave. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't want to pick on anybody, but because he was just talking about my cousin, I'm gonna make an example of her. Not in making an example of her, but just saying, like, there's no excuse. Like, she shouldn't have had to go through this stuff. And I'm like, I'm not, I know I haven't had a carefree fucking life myself, and I've gone through domestic shit and stuff, yeah, but what she's going through is just insane, because it's like, why would you, like, I just, it's just too much. I feel bad, but it's like I understand, but then I don't, because
There's a lot to understand. So
I mean, I'm just saying, all I can say is, like, you have to have faith when you see it. You have to have faith in people when you see it in them, and I don't know how my cousin, she don't see that with me, or she just doesn't care. That's, what is that? I think it's not even that. She needs a lot of help. She needs to start with a fucking hearing aid. And you know what? I think that they have some kind of thing. I don't know if it's on your phone even. That she can get a fucking hearing aid on her phone, and she doesn't need to get a metal plate on her head or whatever.
oh wow.
No, she thought she. No, I'm just saying. I swear, I think I seen something soon recently, but I had sent her some other shit. But my point is, I seen something really like recently, and that was saying something about an app or something. I'm like, what? But the fact is, like, when people push you away or don't take your or value your advice, then you stop fucking helping, and then they or you just stop trying to like, and then they get hurt themselves, they hurt themselves, or you see that you watch them, just not watch them because you're like, okay, well, whatever, I'm just gonna do this then over here, and but yeah, it's shit ain't getting better for her. She has to make it get better, but
Yes, that's the way to try. That's right.
I don't know how all that physical pain hasn't gotten to her yet. That I don't understand. I think that she really likes alcohol and she needs to go to rehab. You know what?
That's the thing.
But I don't know. It's she needs somebody to like. She needs to go to AA and get a sponsor that's gonna walk and hold her hand and guide her through everything. But that person is gonna have to be like super willing to like hold her hand through everything, and like that's what she wants, is somebody to, I mean, she can't be babied too much. She has to do some shit. It's, we all need help, and we all, you know what I mean, we all should get some help, but sometimes you just got to do things on your own too.
That's what she
But
does.
yeah, I don't, it's just messy. Oh, excuse me. I don't know how she can't just, it just sounds painful a lot. uh, I understand when you're younger, it's not that, she's not that young though. uh,
How old is her?
Excuse me.
Are you drinking?
Oh, no, I'm not drinking nothing. My stomach's empty. That's all. That's why I'm burping. um, it's just sad. I want more for everybody, but like I said, everybody's got to stop being gluttonous. Gluttony isn't gluttony gluttony is can be like my parents. My parents are definitely gluttonous, but
Absolutely.
it can also just be not, just not fucking caring, I guess. I don't know. It's like you have to find the balance. You have to love yourself and others, but if others don't love you, then fuck them. And but I still be there. I try to be there. We all need some help and guidance and shit, and I understand that. And like I said, I'm trying to be there for Ashley, but it's like this year I just cut off my parents and my sister and her dumb husband. Well, it's just like the whole point is that I have to put her husband on a order of protection as well, because
Really?
the last time he was in my house and he walked in and came over at like 7 o'clock at night for no reason, just to tell me to like fix the shit myself, basically. So I'm just not gonna allow that. Um, and I don't know. I just don't think he's that great at fixing shit. Everything kept falling apart. Like I have, yeah. So I'm just saying, like, and that's because it's the whole dynamic. Um, they
They
don't.
never been together.
Nobody respects Carl Kofod, and so they abuse him. And part of that abuse does come from his son-in-law. Oh no. He knows all of this. I straight up told my father that, you know, his wife, which is my mother, that she hates me, and so he hates me, but she hates me because she hates him first or something like that. I mean, what is that? Like, that's what I'm getting, or that's what I've been getting, those vibes from childhood, because, Megan's on the pedestal. But the way Megan and my mom both abused my father, so of course Paul's gonna do it too. Because, but my father abuses him. They all abuse each other, you know? Um, Whatever, they can get things out of each other, but they're all trash, and they want to look like or feel like they're important, and they're not. They're just trash because that's what they bring out into the atmosphere and into the fucking universe. They literally are so trashy. Um, I hope that my neighbor downstairs gets her faucet fixed today, but probably not. They're supposed to fix it today, and they better not come bother me because I will call the fucking popo. I have the order of protection papers, and if I do have to call the popo, then they will process the order of protection. So I'm trying to get all the shit together with a lawyer, so it's a process.
Shit. How is Unity?
Yeah, she gave the baby some nice toys, like her and Nathan did for Christmas. Um, I'm gonna, send them some nice stuff soon too. It's just the way the dynamic with the dumb parents of my, that, like I said, it's everything will be only get better, and it's only gonna get worse for the evil people. But I will, we'll be around. We'll have our family. Like I said, when it's like, it's I never told them to be all evil and shit, and I didn't do anything for them to be evil. So if they want to be, they want to be left alone apparently, but they don't. Like, you either want to be left alone or you don't. I never harassed them or bothered them, so you know what I mean. All they have to do is just move on with their damn lives. But anyways, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Ashley. But again, that's something I'll be working and trying to fight for, because all that racism, and I noticed all that, the difference. And I'm not gonna dog my cousin, but she's fucking up her own shit worse than she should go to rehab and get that help and those sources and that outlet and do the shit on her own and get her own shit, get her own house. She don't need no fucking man. She should try to stay away from a man for like 5 years with all this shit she's gone through. She doesn't need a fucking man just to live. Like, buy a fucking, I don't, never mind. I'm just gonna shut up because I don't even have what I was gonna say, but it's like everything isn't just like sex, and if you don't have it, you're not gonna fucking die.
She, why she, yeah, she's like backwards. Maybe she's not civilized.
I mean, a lot of people, I'm not saying it's the worst thing in the world to have sex ever or have a one night stand or any. I'm not saying to do those things, but I'm not saying, all I'm saying is, like, too many people in the party lifestyle is just, that's gluttony. Like, I'm not saying that you're gluttonous if you don't have a job. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying it's all backwards in society. We are supposed to, under God, we're supposed to figure out, like, we'll find out what our calling is, and then things get easier from there, and we find out who we are, and we develop a self esteem and a sense of well-being, and who knowing who we are. That's the how it really goes. But the Maslow's triangle thing is like all backwards, and I don't even want to, I forget all of that, but if you look it up, it's all messed up though. And it's not, it's like the reason why everybody is like uncomfortable and stuck in these stupid shitty jobs. But yeah, so it's, it's just, it's nothing new. It's been messed up for a while, but that's why so many people is unhappy though, in whether it's they just can't hold on to careers, and people are always looking for the next thing and next way to get money. And I remember I knew somebody who was like an Uber driver, and it's just, I don't know, I don't want to be all gossipy, but let's just say that it's just, I don't think that their child liked it. I'll just say that. And because it's not really a good friend of mine, it's somebody who's a hater just because of the fucking dynamic of shit. People hate on me because I'm not a regular working girl in like a regular job. Do you think I don't want to have a job and get money? But guess what? The dynamic of everything. Oh, I'm not your average person, and I'm not evil and fake, but I'm nice, but I'll be real too. Anyways, it's, like, I didn't forget when people is ignorant and like, oh, I have a car and I'm a dick with it, and I don't give a shit about you. I'm not saying all people with cars, but even when you're walking and you're trying to just not even look at cars, people, it's just like the way they're driving, like they want you to notice them, and they're driving all slow and their lights, and it's like, dude, I will put my head over my eyes. I will not even acknowledge you. Like, but this is what people are out in the world screaming for attention. You want attention, you really just want to be acknowledged for doing something good and feeling like you've done your part. Everybody's screaming out for attention in the world. That's all they really, really want. But they just, how do we get there? I mean, you gotta try. You gotta, like I said, it's, you figure it out. Like, shit you're good at. It's stuff that you like. It's supposed to, that makes sense that you would be doing things that you like for like a career. It doesn't mean you're never going to have any problems with it, because clearly I have a gigantic problem with mine, but it's not that much of a problem as you would think. It's only gotten easier since a lot of things. It's like over a year ago in that class I took, that they try to make it seem like it's going to be so hard to have my label and all this shit, but then the truth of the matter is that they lie about shit about the laws, and at least the library has the facts. Like, there's no lies around with that, like, no, but people in the music industry literally came to the library, and there's lies and shit, and it's like you have to be careful before people get their little dirty hands on and have you on some contracts. They don't got me on the shit, and I'm happy about it though. You don't want to get on contracts where people are benefiting off of you. It's just weird. That's not what you want. Now, if you're God and the world is like the world's crazy, then I don't know, but yeah, but no, I do believe God wants us all to clean this shit up. And that's all I could do is speak on it and actually try, and like I have.
And one thing you stay alert, unless the phone, next 2025, you know, shit is getting crazy and that. I just do my part, you know,
It's just sometimes it's just like, well, now what, you know?
what is all happening next. Donald Trump is the president. Like,
Well, I got something in the mail saying I won't have insurance on after the 31st or something. I don't,
he won't have what?
these people are not gonna like everything that I do, but whatever. No, it just says like, let me see. I can tell you exactly what it says. It says that I do not qualify for Medicaid. There's New York State of Health after January 1st, 2025. So I don't know what the hell that means. It's very vague, and that's what they do. But it's all it is that, more people to annoy me and try to distract me. It's always been the same game. But they don't get it. They're never gonna get it.
It's about your health insurance.
My insurance is gonna be fine. I'm not gonna not have insurance. They can't just decide, like, if you don't have it, like, it doesn't, like, why? There has to be a reason, but it's not saying why. I
I
think
swear.
it's just like they don't tell people shit. I mean, that might mean that I'm gonna get disability. I don't know. I don't know. Who fucking knows? They make you think everything is not gonna happen, and then it does. Like, the um people need to not live in fear and worry about who's the president, because that's the president of the United States of America. Yes, we live in America, but Trump is just an actor like the rest of them. I mean, he literally is an actor. He had a TV show. And he had his TV show with Diddy. I was on it. Well, I don't know if Diddy was on it. He admits they was friends. Everybody's a fucking actor.
Right.
I don't know how much more I can spell it out for everybody. Anyways, yeah, they have to listen to me. They have to listen to me.
Eventually.
They are listening to me. Like I said, eventually all this will make sense. Why I record when I do and everything else like that. But they're watching regardless. And da-da-da. uh, like I said, I'm not here to clown on Ashley, but again, is she an actor? She's not. That's the sad thing. I mean,
I don't think she know how to act.
yeah, it's she was I don't know. It's like you have to learn, and whatever you learned and the good things, you don't want to just fuck it up. But I'm sorry, there's something wrong about that, like what she did to that guy and shit. I'm sorry. Like, I mean, I it's just how. That's why I say what I say about white people because I'm not even gonna say, these people shouldn't have their kids, or these people are should, or whoever. It's about why was there not help? Why didn't the community or anybody help people? Like, why did things get so divided? People are supposed to help each other and care and all of that. Like, and sometimes people care so much, and it's weird. Like, um it's just weird. Like, how the fuck, just how they went through some. I mean, damn, you have to see things. But what I've experienced myself, and some people are guilty of sloth, but some people are also guilty of just being evil as hell. Like, yeah. So it's because, yeah, it's one thing to just not be as, I don't know, like, why it's so hard for, like, why, how is it so hard to do anything as a parent? Like, I'm just thinking of some family members, and I mean, I'm basically thinking of parental figures. I'm not talking about people our age. Uh, I mean, I'm just saying, like, how can you not be there? I was looking at this thing earlier today. It was like old people, like it's like a thing, like a stoic thing or whatever, and it's like seeing how they can get, uh like they can be okay or something, like, but that they shouldn't not be there for their kids. So regardless of how, you can have things out there like that, and that's fine, because there are some parents that might have a either a grown child or whatever that is like fuck you, and they're not like that terrible maybe, but most of the time, I don't know the percent on that, but I think that usually something isn't, like, you can't just give up is basically what it's saying, and you are supposed to give support. So at some point, some idiots like try to teach people, like, to not love their kids, and they're not worry about their kids well-being, just put them out into the wind, and like that's really not the best thing to do because that's not that's not how it works. It shows like that in movies and shit, but there's a reason for that. And it has nothing to do with you. Not you, I mean, but
Yeah, I understand.
uh it's crazy though.
It's definitely not.
I mean, I don't know if you've seen it, you might come across it, but I did a little video the one day. I was just trying to make schedule the two appointments like on the same day, back to back, me and the baby. And the girl was like, I guess I found out she was new, and like the other lady came in and helped out, and she's cool, but why the hell would I have to deal with this one lady first, just making it like, oh, she can't do anything, or like I told her, like, you can wait, you can make it for like a month from now, just do it. And but no, guess what, I don't have to wait a month because I was like, the baby is fine. It's just, anywhere you go these days, you're probably going to find maybe one person that might, not any time, it's just that it can happen. It's not that it's going to necessarily, but it can definitely happen because somebody's getting something for that. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but I think people need to hear the truth that you're probably getting lied to. You're probably not. I don't think these people have the money, the funds to pay you to hurt me and harass me. Like, they might promise you the world, but they're not going to give you anything. Just like they said at some point that I could have this house. They're not going to give me the house, even though it's supposed to be, oh, you care about the kids, like your grandkids. No, I pay rent each month, and I moved in here 2017, and they didn't buy the house till 2022. But yeah, it's I just want that in like writing or something, if they're gonna give me the fucking house or not, or what. Like, at least I can make sure the shit doesn't collapse, because I guarantee, and I'm not giving up on it, but like I told my neighbor, if I was to move out, I just feel like the shit's just gonna fucking fall apart. And my goal is to keep the house from falling apart, because I don't want anybody to get hurt too. But some people have senile minds, which is like old people senile crazy. It's like that's what senile is, like it's old people crazy. They, like that's a hazard, and we have to make sure that the house does not fall apart. Literally, like the foundation and shit.
Gotcha.
He's negligent on of the house, but whatever. I mean, it's just really stupid. It's not a smart thing to do when you buy a house, to be negligent, and then what, you want to waste your money and have it fall apart.
Yeah, that shit don't make no sense. Ain't
Yeah.
not putting no work into the house.
Um, I
But
mean,
still,
they don't do it the right way. They do it real in a cheap and ghetto way, and then I have to I find myself always trying to find ways to fix things. And my neighbor, she's great. She does the same thing. She keeps things in good shape downstairs, but hopefully they'll fix her fucking faucet today. I think that they're gonna just either, who knows? It's just so annoying. Like, this is why I have to have the order of protection, because I don't want anybody to get hurt, but they literally want people to get hurt with the way they live their lives. Literally, like a house could fall apart, and that's not good. But they literally want to hurt me or anybody else to get a narcissistic high. And they got rid of my friends for so that they could get a narcissistic high. Like this racism, you're gonna get a paper saying people are squatting in your basement. Like, come on, now, like they had a lot of stuff, but their mom just had a lot of really cool things, and you know they didn't always have a lot of time with her with their mom. Like, so it's that was all they had left of her, and it's just everything could have been done different because I tried. I know I did my part in I try to do everything right in communication, and I explained, I'm like, please, these are my friends. Do not put this paperwork through. This is not necessary because it's just there's stuff in the house. There's stuff there. Now the stuff is gone. They did exactly what he wanted, and the whole point is they never came back, and it's just retarded because I was I was there when you have nobody and like you don't have a support system and shit like that, and knowing like that feeling, and but yet that was ripped away literally. So to have people get comfortable and and that's not cool. And then you're supposed to just go on with your life and deal with the idiots, like just anybody that's just any normal idiocracy, or and it's just a normal, just make a normal thing about it, normalcy about the whole situation, and everybody's shitty life, and everybody's just living in hell and wonder why. But that's because everybody's living for themselves in the gluttonous ways. I like literally had to steal some time away from myself. I'm not a bad mother. I know that I'm being a good mother by taking that time for myself because my daughters would help me and I pay them and shit. But again, I didn't leave the house and go out and get air. But are you there? My phone is did my phone die? I know. Hold on. I'll call him back. It's supposed to be charging, but I think it's the square. I'm not trying to be rude and just over talk or something. Like he was talking to, like I'm not mad at him, but he knows I was because he was just kind of entertaining a little too much with the bullshit. But we talk about all of that shit too, and then now he says he's stopped drinking. But we cool, and like I said, we made music forever. We was always more like on a friendship level. I don't know why this square is just not good lately. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to, cause my tablet here is not gonna stay much longer. It's just rough, It's you know, I just feel like I'm like constantly at work. Like I'm like working even when I'm not. Like I'm not like this. I'm this isn't even my job yet exactly, but it's like someday maybe. Like it's all so backwards. Like I'm starving right now. I'm like hungry. It's because it's 5, 6 in the morning. But my phone. I'm trying to find the fucking charger. Ugh. don't know. Give me a sec. Because I just want to find it before I try to call him back at that 1%, which is not gonna, it's not gonna. Well, here we are. Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm doing that. It's just that if you ever just not eat and drink a lot at all, or I guess it was like I woke up and okay, yeah, it's working now. Oh, I called him. Oh, I didn't realize I had. See, he did call me when I was on live or so. I was on here. I had him blocked at some point. I'm gonna unblock him. But the thing is that, you know, people show out sometimes, and like I don't drink, hardly ever, but I know that I do know because I don't hardly ever drink anymore and I can look back in the past, I can acknowledge that alcohol can be an issue. Like, I have to unblock him, but I'm not really sure how to do that. But it still let me call him, so I'll figure it out. um, yeah, my phone had died, but I found my charger. Oh, what's up, Bradley? Everybody been watching. I don't know how many people been watching my conversation and shit. But I had to find my charger, but I found it. Oh my god. Yeah, I had to find my charger because I had moved my stuff. Man, uh, it's just it's just crazy. I'm just trying to like, what do we all do from here and shit, and it's just crazy because yeah. It doesn't. I don't have her around. The last time that, and I yelled at her to go because they not just gonna, I don't want them to just show up whenever they want to show up in my life, but then play these manipulative games and set me up and talk about me behind my back. It's just, it's over. There's no reason for us to be a family. They they see the kids because they see Nathan, and that's good. That's good for them. um it doesn't mean that they're not garbage at all, or that they're good people, but they still have that opportunity, and if they don't totally fuck it up, then they have that. They still have that. They don't have that with my baby. I don't know when and if that will happen, like where I don't think that will ever happen where I don't know. I'm just saying, like, they're old and they're not gonna, like, I don't feel like they're open to it. Like, they just feel like because it's not normal, they're just, I don't know, like, they're not warm with her at all. And they're not around, the not being there or not even wanting to be is that. And, um, But yeah, it's just when enough is said or too much or whatever, it's just stupid. It's not even about that. That's how they make it, but I'm not saying or doing the wrong things. I don't really care. Like if I said the wrong things in their eyes, oh fucking well, live and fucking die with it, bitches. Like that's their choice is to just be totally disgusting. Um that's it. Like stupidity is stupidity. And maybe they should have tried to be more ambitious in life. Like they did it for the wrong reasons. Like my father was a good person and his ambition kept him going, but I don't see that now. Maybe he's like a minion now. I don't know. No, because I seen something about minions and that they're keeping people from doing evil or some shit. Like it's kind of weird, right? I mean, yes, I'm talking about the Pixar movies or whatever it is, but that's what they're. Somebody was decoding it and saying that that's what they're doing is like how they're around the one dude was doing bad. I don't know. I don't remember all this shit with those movies, but I just yeah, I don't know. Anyways, whatever. It's I don't see it that way with him. I feel like I mean, I don't know. I just see like he's making money for them to waste, I guess. I don't know, but it's not even that. It's like you could just be like, "No, don't do that." Like, why are we doing this stupid shit that is evil and gluttonous? Why? Like it's just there's things like they could have made money from their vacations with blogs and shit and stuff like it's just I don't know, whatever. This is all stupidity. I don't care about their stupidity. I just want to live, and it's just funny because they can't deny how shitty they is because everybody knows, and I just don't want any more trouble, and this is why I have to be like this. And it's really sad. It's really sad. It really is. Um, Again, I know that until I have things in writing and with the law, 100% in my favor, stating the obvious that I don't want their little evil asses around me, then, I won't. It's just like I just want to be able to move forward, and that's it. It's just stupid. What is the point of them living to just hate me?
Right. I agree. I feel you. I should have gone on way too long.
It's a problem because it creates some kind of normalcy for white people or something, and it's confusing maybe. I don't know. It's not even just with white people, it's everybody, but you know what I'm saying. It's I what I'm trying to say is you seen and like it's just like money can make people be real ugly, and it's any way you look at it, whether people is rich or poor.
Exactly.
And it's like the more money, then you can get comfortable. And I'm about people having shit, especially like when you haven't had shit. It's nice to have shit. It's nice to be able to not have shit snatched and people hating and gatekeeping and shit. But when it's like I said, it's just where do we go from here with this shit? I have to protect my peace. And just so you know, I had you blocked, and I don't know. I have to fix it, but it was from like when we had our last argument or something. Because you said you
Oh
called
man,
me. No, because it shows, but I'm trying to fix. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Hopefully.
you just have to go to like unblocked.
Uh. Well, I'm under edit, but I don't see it. Um. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know.
Yeah, it's literally like in the settings, I think. Uh,
I can just delete it, the contact, and then it won't block you. I think. Oh, it still shows blocked. Okay, hold on.
wow,
I'm sorry.
you're awesome.
Oh, okay, now I clicked on the number and it's showing unblocked number. Okay. Okay, well at least I got to the root of the. That's what I'm saying. There's always a way. It's just sometimes there's some shit is easier and it's like, oh, okay, this is too easy. But that's what they do. They fuck with you. Some things is nice and easy, and then it's like, okay, that was too easy. But then you'll get some bullshit, or it's just gonna be, just be prepared for whatever stupid shit, because that's,
Hell yeah,
shit is so annoying
that's
though.
good. Trying to get things back to normal.
It's just so crazy the difference. I just had like a little, like I just was thinking about somebody, like, so I seen somebody's name in the context. It's just like people will look so prestigious in their car until their their crackhead girlfriend steals their car or some shit. Like, I said that because I thought of somebody I knew, and like I thought he was just I don't know, like, it doesn't make sense to love that hard and be that stupid. You can't love with, like, you cannot love anybody in full trust and just throw all your sense out the window. I say this because I'm thinking of somebody who, I don't think he was did any drugs or anything like that, but he did end up dating somebody who was, and then he lost everything. And it's not funny, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, I feel like maybe instead of being worried about a girlfriend or something like that, it's he should have just been more involved in trying to work on making music and getting involved in the community and stuff. um and no, there's no music. I had some ideas on this person, but I don't have shit out there that I know. The shit I worked on with him I never even put out for the public, but it's just, I actually made a beat for him, but yeah, he never even got to make a song on there. So it's just, people, there's too many cases like that where people talk about doing things and then they don't do it. And that's why when people want to make music, I'm like, okay, cool, you can even just send me your voice clips and shit, and I can, you know because we can make songs and then you have demos and shit. And I just, like I and then who has money and wants to do things, it's just So you all just have me, so you just take me for granted. Shame on you.
Thank you, man.
uh, oh my god. I just remembered this girl. And I remember when you had some girl gave us a ride or somebody you dated or something a long time ago. But I remember I said that she reminded me of that girl. Uh, that, anyways, I have the girl's number in here, but she's, I don't know, I haven't talked to her. I don't wonder how she's doing. But it's because of the, when you sign in and all that. So that's the only reason I even have any of these numbers. And there's so many numbers I don't know who they is. Oh, okay. Yeah. It's like you want to put certain information when you put down contacts to help you to remember. Like you just remember if you just met somebody and you put like somebody on a bike or something, like, you still might not remember who the hell they is. So, but it helps to do little things like that.
Right.
And it's just, yeah, I'll give people opportunities. I'm just glad that I'm just intuitive, and then like I don't have, I can help people out, but I'm not about to like be taking motherfuckers off the street and shit like that. I only say that because I'm only saying this because I had a conversation go wrong one time, like, I don't know, a couple of weeks back or something. I was nice and I saved some of my weed and gave it to this guy, but he got funny. Like, he tried to be like passive aggressive, but I think he was really just sad about his shitty life, and his like he had gnarled fingers, like, from doing drugs. Like, his nails was all messed up, and he
Wow.
but I was nice and I saved some of the blunt and gave it to him. No, I wasn't, it wasn't gonna go back and forth. It was just, oh, here you go. I told him, oh, I'll save you some. But it doesn't matter. Like, I never was disrespectful, but then all of a sudden he started saying some weird shit, and he's talking about gay. It was weird. It was like we was talking. He said something about gay people, and then I said something, and it was just weird. Like, I said stuff about the good and bad on both sides of that or something, but then he just got weird, and then I was like, dude, I don't know if you take that a certain way, and like, but yeah, it got really weird, and that's what I'm trying to say is people are around each other, and it's just there's a lot of weird shit and a lot of stupidity, and I think that's really the real problem why people feel so shitty, because it's just it's too much of all that gluttonous shit, and then nobody is like trying and using their brain. And I've been said that shit about like the devil stealing people's brains, but it's what it is the devil is just not having God, and then you get less and less. It's just the more what you're entertaining, what you surround yourself around, and you know what I mean. And we grow by doing that, by surrounding, you know what I mean. We have the potential. um Hello, Rays. Okay, I think I'm still alive. I'm like,
Really.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I know this helps people. If I'm, I mean, a lot of people are all gotta just try to do things and get by and shit, but it shouldn't be like that, and nobody really wants it like that. And, it's, you can have trust and faith in people, but you definitely don't have to trust and have faith in people that don't even have trust and faith in themselves, but we got to start helping people to get them the right information and get them in the right direction too. because some people are really so gone because they just was like, you know what, fuck it. There's no help. Oh, okay, fuck it then. And there are people that are like that that aren't bad people, and they're just like, fuck it. I've seen a totally normal looking guy sleeping in a sleeping bag once, and yeah, he was not an, it was just weird. I gave him $20, but the fact of the matter is, like, he, like I said, he, this is, anybody is faced with hardships, but the more hardships and the more all that racist shit is, it, it's inadequacy, it's not equal, it's not right, it's not just. um the, like, section 8 isn't really even a thing, cuz if it is, it's like how long people have to wait, 10 years or something. I don't know how long the waiting list is anymore, cuz I didn't remember when I was supposed to get it and I didn't get it. And so I never reapplied because I might have, but if I did, it would have been, yeah, I might have reapplied again in 2017. I never heard anything. So I don't know. It's like that's not how I'm gonna live my life and wait on some section 8. I'm not saying that people shouldn't, but I went through all of it. Was just so stupid that it was about not getting a house in time, and I had shitty, stupid family members. And I bet if I try to go to section 8 now and ask, they'd be like, "Oh well, no, well, we don't care." It's like, oh, it does, nothing matters. It's like the way I was trying to get everything processed to get the orders of protection, the way I was denied in so many ways. But it's not that I can't do it. It's just I wanted to do it the way I wanted to. I didn't want to make a circus. For me, it wasn't about money. Is it, am I going to have to end up suing them or something? Maybe, just so I can know if this is going to be, if I can keep the goddamn house. Because, and I really feel like that's the right thing to do, to fight for that. At least I'm not asking them for shit, and they can still get their rent until whenever. I don't know. It's just, just tell me yes or no or whatever. Let me know I gotta go. It's just so dumb. They Nobody, like I said, there's no reason for me to communicate. My children and all of that can communicate with them now, but I still will partially communicate with on the phone, because for my children, because so that they can't manipulate them and shit. But
How
yeah,
do you pay your rent? I don't know, like, how do you?
public assistance.
I mean, not something like that, but like, all they downtown take care of it.
Yeah, it goes. They get a check. Yes, they
Oh,
do.
okay, so they mail it to them. You don't have to see it face to face.
No. Yeah, they get their money. That's what I'm saying. I don't have a problem. They can get their money, and obviously, it's just like I said. I've been in this house before they bought it, and I knew that they bought it with the intention, not so much as, like, I knew it wasn't like, oh, it's all about helping or something. Like, I knew it wasn't like that. Even it looks like it sort of, to any outsiders or something, and even to me, it's just, it could feel like, oh, okay, oh, they're doing something nice or something. But to just turn around and be shitty is like, or more shitty, or playing games again and stupid shit. It just doesn't even make sense. But like I said, my friends, they deserve to be able to come over, and what's wrong with that? But anyways, but the house is, they don't keep